Good day to you all. Today I am hopefully bringing a slice of comfort food to your home using fresh kidneys, a joint of beef. I will show you how to make the British classic steak and kidney pie with a flaky puff pastry lid and a buttery short crust base. And of course, no pie is a meal without some delicious triple cooked chips. This meal perfect for those cold nights in, or simply if you want to impress family and friends. Before I move on, your engagement means the world to me. Please, if you enjoy home cooked food, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe or follow for more delicious recipes. Now let's get started. We start by trimming and halving the kidneys that have been soaked in milk the night before. This helps to mitigate that strong gamey taste we envisage before eating kidneys. In this recipe, I am also using a 1 kilogram gifted joint of beef, but feel free to use any cut of beef you wish, even chuck steak. Both meats are coated in a mix of plain flour, salt and pepper. This helps not only thicken the gravy in the mixture, but also to seal the flavours when we brown them both off. Heat some oil, or if you don't mind the extra calories like me, some butter in a pan, and start by searing the beef chunks until they are beautifully browned. Add the kidneys next, repeating the process, but be careful not to overcook the kidneys, as they are stewing. The rarer they are coming out of the pan, the better. As a warning, if using a large amount of meat, please do fry these off in batches. Once this is done, melt some butter in a pan before gently softening 2 sliced onions, and once softened, return the beef and the kidneys to the pan. Give it a good mix through, then add beef stock of your choice to cover the meat before adding a lid over the pot. Now you may wish to simmer this slowly for 3 hours until the beef is tender, or if you enjoy the prepping process the night before, like me, use a slow cooker until it's needed. And after your desired cooking method, be it cooker or slow cooker, this is how your mixture should look. The steak should actually crumble at a mere touch of a fork. Absolutely delicious, rich, thick and extremely filling. Once the meat is cooked, let's keep things nice and simple with a store-bought shortcut pastry for the base. Roll it out gently, press it into your pie dish, and either trim the edges now, or if like me you're worried about the short crust shrinking throughout the cooking process, let it overhang and worry about trimming later on. I prefer to blind bake my base first. This avoids any undercooking and a soggy crust line. With baking paper, fill it with beads, or rice if you've no baking beads to hand, and bake this in a preheated 200 degrees centigrade oven for 30 to 40 minutes or until the base is crisp and the edges golden. Now we can fill it up with that gorgeous steak and kidney mix. Just look at it! Rich, hearty and smells absolutely divine. It really is a true British classic. Again, for ease, I'm using shop-bought puff pastry. Roll this out before draping it over the top. Seal the edges, crimping it for that traditional look. Don't forget to cut a little vent in the middle for steam to escape during the cooking process. Brush it with egg wash for that golden glossy finish, and then pop this absolute beauty of a dish in the oven at 200 degrees centigrade or 390 Fahrenheit for about 30 to 35 minutes, or until the pastry is puffed and golden brown. Now personally, for the chips, I actually do two cooks of the chips prior to the baking, as it allows the chips to be refrigerated before the final fry off, making them extra fluffy and extra golden and crispy. Peel and cut your potatoes into thick chips before rinsing them. Then boil these for about 8 minutes. Make sure you put at least 2 tablespoons each of salt and vinegar into the water whilst they boil. I can't get my words out. Either way, that salt and vinegar adds a delicious texture and flavour to the chips. As stated, boil these for about 8 minutes until a knife just barely pierces the surface of the chip, and then drain and let these steam dry before frying them at a low temperature. About 150 centigrade is fine, just until they're pale and cooked through. You should hear a rustle if you shake these chips in the basket. Cool them by drying them off on a kitchen towel before refrigerating for at least 30 minutes, or even do this entire process the night before and freeze them. When they're ready, crank up the heat in the fryer to 180 centigrade and fry them until they're golden and crispy. The result, a perfect looking chip that should be crispy on the outside and fluffy on the inside. Absolute comfort food. To be fair, you could eat just a bowl of these on their own. There he is, that moment we've all been waiting for, and definitely the moment that's worth all the prep and the cooking time before it. Slice into that golden puff pastry pie, serve it up with those triple cooked chips, and maybe a side of mushy peas or gravy if you're feeling extra traditional. Personally, the little ones wanted mushy peas and didn't want gravy. Who am I to argue? And there you have it, steak and kidney pie with triple cooked chips, a British classic, made relatively well and with all the subtlety of a brick through a window by me. Don't forget, of course, wherever or whenever you're viewing this video, please give it a thumbs up, comment below, share and subscribe. Your engagement absolutely means the world to me. If on social media, do hit me also with a follow. If you're on YouTube, click the links to the right to see some more of my beautiful and delicious recipes. And give the notification bell a ring. I've really made a mistake on this evening. Give the notification bell a ring to be informed of future content, and comment below what's on your plate this evening.